Anyway, yes, I mean, is it earth-shaking money? Has it gotten me financial freedom? Not yet. As far as I would say, I would like to double what I'm making, but it's gotten me through the door. And what do I mean by that? It's gotten me through the door of narcissistic abuse. Okay, if you are new to my content, you know I'm like a year and almost 10 months free of narcissistic abuse and the whole nine. Okay, so I'm not gonna get into that, but I'm just gonna say that if you are being abused in your current job, and narcissistic abuse is not just with relationships or partnerships. A lot of jobs are narcissistic and toxic, okay? So if you're currently being narcissistically abused at your job, you can quit, okay? You can quit and start delivery work. You can start putting in applications or filling up, the different apps. The ones I'm currently using are basically just Roadie, which is a package delivery, and DoorDash, okay? And you can, if you're just only using DoorDash, you can make that amount. Before, I used to kind of like multi-app with Grubhub and DoorDash, but to me, Grubhub, there are too like short fuse when it comes to wanting you to get to the destination for your pickup. You know, they start throwing a fit, and sometimes they'll just remove the order. So to me, it didn't really work out. So I stopped doing Grubhub. I just now focus on DoorDash. On DoorDash still is a little bit short fuse too, you know, but it's a little bit better than Grubhub. So and it pays decently, and you get a lot of volume, which is actually what you need. Okay, so can you honestly make a decent amount? I mean, if I'm making about $1,000 a week, that's $4,000 per month. And that's like what, about 48,000 per year. Is it earth-shaking money? No. Could I do better? Absolutely. But it's actually what got me to where I am today, okay? And to the place whereby, I'm able to support my children and paid my bills, my utilities with light, gas, my water bill, what other bills? Food, gas. I would say they take up about $2,500 to about $3,000 if I add up everything. Utilities with my home insurance, ComEd, water bill, NICOR, food, gas, for my car, and other like other things that you need for like tissue and things like that. Yeah, I would say, and I have 3 teenagers. Okay, so what I'm trying to say here is that I was able to successfully escape and not be dependent on the narcissist, just doing delivery, okay? I also still do braids from time to time, but it's been cut down a whole lot because I was doing hair as a mobile braider. I never had a salon or nothing, but just so I never paid like salon fees and all of that. I just buy my products like the Shine and Jam that I need, the combs, and other things that I need, hairspray, oil sheen and things like that for the clients. And yeah, I put it in my bag, put it in my trunk. I have a Toyota, what do you call it, minivan. So it allowed me to be able to stock up my vehicle in my trunk, and I put like a foldable chair and table in my trunk, and I was able to just go ahead and go to people, so I used like the Nextdoor app, which is like the neighborhood app, to like post. I was doing it on Google, but Google took out my listing, and for whatever reason, and it took down my listing or whatever, or suspended it or whatever. I think like their algorithm changed, something happened. So I just started using like Nextdoor or passing out cards, or word of mouth referrals. So that was the way I've been able to, you know, and, so now like I've cut down with the hair, having to, because like I said, it was having impact on my back. I was having a lot of back pain, and it was just like affecting my health in that way. So I cut it down to like maybe once every 2 weeks, I might get a client, and that's fine. I just add that, and on average for a hair customer, I make about 220 to 240, okay, for like a knotless. And most of the hair that I would do is knotless. I don't do too much like designs and things, just like standard simple braids. And taking me about 6 to 7 hours, okay, on average. But going back to the delivery, yeah, so on an average week now, because I'm not doing as much hair, yeah, I make about $1,000, sometimes $1,200, sometimes $800 per week, okay? And I've been able to support my children. Now, am I looking to scale? Yes. And I'm looking at other things to add. I also had added, I took a course that I found from a creator here, a coach that I found here on YouTube, that was talking about how to become a middleman, okay? And I started a middleman cleaning business, which I still do have. I have a, what do you call it? So I went to UZ Marketing. I went to UZ Marketing, and it's like a website whereby you can create like stickers and car magnets and stuff. So I created my own car magnet, and I created, I designed it or whatever, put the phone number. And by the way, using Google My Business, Google Voice to get a number is very, very helpful. Okay, the number that I have for my notary business, and by the way, that's another thing, okay? I started my notary business in 2020, okay? Right around the pandemic time, okay, when it started. So I think it was like by August of 2020, I got my notary license, okay? I'm here in Illinois, and my notary helped me because at first it was kicking, and it was also on Google, and then that got suspended, okay? So at first when I put it out there, I was getting a lot of volume, because the address that I used was a shop owner's address, that I knew, okay? But eventually, I guess Google figured out that I was sharing an address or whatever the case may be. So they took it down, and I lost that customer base. I still had a few of them that would reach out to me here and there, but that was very depressing for me at the time, okay? So I just continued pressing on. It was very sad, because my income was going up, and as a matter of fact, I stopped doing DoorDash. I stopped doing delivery. I just focused on my notary business, because it was getting me it was getting me about close to the amount that I would get like just doing delivery, and without like, for like a general notary, maybe power of attorney and stuff, just for a few minutes, doing a power of attorney or a mortgage document, I can get like hundreds, so that was very helpful. I did my listing, put it back on Google, and used my home address. I didn't get as much. I get a few neighborhood people here and there, or people that reach out, but it's not as much. But that is still income that you could use. I did a video the other day talking about also adding fingerprinting to help with my business, okay? But that is not neither here or there, because it's not something that I get every day. It's just something that I get here and there, but it does help, okay? Especially in a week whereby I didn't do so much delivery, and then somebody just calls me for maybe 3 power of attorneys, okay? That's $300 like that could, be in my pocket, for just a few hours few minutes of work, okay? But My main source of income is my delivery with pretty much just DoorDash and Grubhub. I'm sorry, DoorDash and Roadie. Okay, so yeah, I'm able to make about 1,000 per week, about 4,000 per month, give or take, depending on how, if it's a slow week or a faster week or whatever the case may be. But I really have been blessed to be able to, and I give God all the glory. I'm gonna keep saying this because one thing that people don't realize is the power of God and the power of prayer and the power of walking by faith and the power of, I'm gonna try to get emotional just talking about this, the power of persevering. And there's power in tithing. People don't understand this. People say, oh, tithing is old school, tithing is this, preachers are just trying to steal your money by tithing. That's a lie. Okay, if you go into Malachi 3:10, the Bible talks about tithing. Okay, it says bring your tithes to the storehouse. Okay, and I believe that the reason why God has been promoting me to the next level and to the next level and to the next level is because I've been faithful in my tithing. I don't joke around with my tithing, and every time I want to have an increase, I just double my offering. I don't double my tithes. My tithes stay 10% of whatever I make. So if I'm making $4,000 a month, and actually I tithe every week. So if I'm making about $1,000 a week, $100 is going to my tithing, to my church, to bless God. And if you don't have a local church, you can give it to your local charity or to a local religious community or organization to give to the poor or whatever it is. But that tithe belongs to God. Okay, it's 10%. I don't joke around with that. And I believe, and the Bible talks about the fact that God will rebuke the devourer for your sake. So those things that will cause your income to go down, those things that are coming to steal, those things that are coming to destroy, the tithing is so important. I don't joke around with my tithe, and I used to give $20 offering. Now I give 40, okay? And I'm praying to God to be able to increase me more so I can give 80, I can give $100 to the church, okay? For the propagation of the gospel, people talk about church hurt and things like that, but there is a local church out there that is doing the right thing. Yes, there's bad people everywhere, but there's bad people at work too. There's bad people everywhere, okay? But there's also good people. And if the bottom line, you find that they're preaching the gospel to you, like for example, my daughter just did a dance, a praise dance for the church, and and she and other youth and other people in the church, and it was so uplifting, and that helps to increase their self-esteem, that they're glorifying God, and everything. So it's like, if my children are being lifted, I'm being lifted, so why wouldn't I give to that church? Why wouldn't I give to God? Why wouldn't I give to them so that they can help to do more of that? You know what I'm saying? During the time for school, for when school was about to start, this semester's over because we're in December, but when it was about to start, they all got book bags full of supplies. They had pencils and notebooks and all those different things stacked in the book bags, and they each got it, and the men's ministry in our church raised funds for that, So what I'm saying here is, you need to find a local church. You need to commit your life to Christ. Find a local church that is propagating the gospel of Christ, okay, and join and be part of it, okay? I digress. But I think that the tithing connects you to the blessing. Giving. Your tithe is 10% of your income. It is non-negotiable. I don't play with my tithe. Your offering is what you give from your heart, but you don't want to give God just anything. You want to give him something that is solid, okay? You want to give him something that will move your faith. When it moves your faith, it also moves God, to perform. Okay, so there's a blessing that's attached to your tithing. People don't understand. This is spiritual. Okay, if please don't leave any comments about, oh, tithe this, oh, I don't believe in it, because that means you're not spiritual. You don't understand when it comes to the kingdom of God. Okay, I don't know what kingdom that you're operating from, but this is the kingdom of God. Okay, and this is what God has commanded for his children. Okay, and I am a child of God. Okay, so and I feel that this video will not be complete if I'm telling you to skip narcissistic abuse from your workplace or from your home, and I'm telling you how I escaped, and I'm not telling you the whole piece. Okay, God has blessed me because I'm a tither, and God has blessed me because I give, and God has blessed me because I was able to operate by faith. Okay? I was able to take a step of faith. I didn't have everything together. I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know if everything was going to collapse, but I knew that I had to take a step of faith to save myself and my children. Okay? And if you're watching this video now, you're stuck in a narcissistic abuse by your workplace, you're being devalued, they're calling you while you're on vacation to take some work, and all those different things. A lot of people are so depressed, and how you know that you are depressed, and how you know that you're not where you need to be, and you need to leave that work environment, like how I felt in healthcare, is when typically on a Sunday, I get so depressed. When I was in healthcare nursing, I used to be so very depressed. I was so very depressed every Sunday. Not Monday morning, Sundays, because I knew I had to go, and I would iron my uniforms, and know that I had to prepare to go back to work. I would be so depressed. My spirit would be so down. And I wondered what I was going to do. My ex that was a narcissist, he was encouraging me to stay, because the money was coming in, and I was supporting the family, and he didn't want to carry his weight as a man, he wanted to put it on my back as a woman, even though I was going through all this hell, it was like, we'll suck it up and deal with it, that kind of thing, so, it makes me even emotional right now to talk about it, but I was in hell, I feel that if I stayed in that situation, in that relationship, I probably could have, I don't want to know what I probably would have done. I probably would have been in the mental hospital by now. Trust me, okay? So I talk about this openly because it is what it is. It's my story, it's my truth, okay? It is what it is, okay? So you can survive, okay, and you can thrive, okay, off of delivery. Is that where you want to stay? No. And that's not where I want to stay. That's not where I hope to stay, okay? But I know that there are places that God has taken me. But how was I able to stay afloat with the power of God, tithing, trusting in Him, being faithful in my giving, okay, and being consistent in what I did? Okay, now, of course, I have a YouTube channel. I have not been monetized yet, so I'm not getting a penny from this. I hope to get monetized, soon. More people to watch my videos and all of that, more subscribers and all of that. I know that will come with more consistency and with God's favor, but you can leave your 9 to 5 and do delivery, okay? If you have a car, a truck, if you have a bigger car, it's more helpful because you can pick up bigger things and you can get paid more for shorter distances. So that's a plus. But if you have a regular car, you can still do it as well. You can, okay? Now, I have the multiple streams masterclass bundle, which I will leave in the description in my stand store, telling you, including everything that I'm able to do to make it to where I am today. And it's called the multiple streams masterclass bundle. It's called, and the website is sidebusinesscash.com, sidebusinesscash.com. But I will leave the link to the multiple streams masterclass bundle if you want to get started and follow my blueprint on how I was able to make it to this far. And it also includes how to quit your 9 to 5 and make a full-time income with your car, and that includes 72 different apps, state by state, in the U.S. where you can get started with. If you have a car, truck, pickup truck, box truck, whatever you have, you can get started. But you can make it if you put your mind to it, and you are diligent and you are consistent, okay, and you are disciplined. You can make it in this delivery space, okay? You can make it. You can thrive apart from a 9 to 5, okay? And it's very important to learn how to make money apart from a 9 to 5 because they can fire you anytime, okay? But if you have your own business that you run, you do different delivery apps, you're self-sufficient, maybe you're a notary, maybe you know how to bake good cakes, and sell it to people that that like cakes, whatever it is that you know how to do and it's your talent, You know, maybe you're a great motivational speaker and you get speaking engagements. It doesn't matter what it is, but the Bible says that your gifts will make room for you. I'm here to tell you that you can thrive. Okay, you don't have to depend on a 9 to 5, and you don't have to be stuck in a narcissistically abusive relationship. A lot of women are stuck because they feel like, you know, maybe they've been stay-at-home moms for years and they feel like their skill is gone. Nobody will hire them. You can start with delivery work. If you have a car, you can start. Okay, people say, well, you're gonna put mileage in your car. Well, you put in mileage in your car doing nothing anyway, just dropping your kids off for this or doing that. Why not make money while you're at it, right? You know, and a lot of those stuff is tax deductible. All right, so this is Set to Achieve. I hope I've helped somebody today. Please leave your comments, like the video to share it to more people, and all of that. Okay, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I hope I helped somebody. Till next time, God bless, peace.